Hey guys, I got something really cool to show you this time around. I was down in South Carolina on business this week, and I happened to stop in at a GameStop Premier store. And in the store they had a couple of these quarter scale Pac-Man arcade games. These are produced by Numbskull, who produces a lot of cool video game type of swag things. Numbskull.com is their main website. I remember seeing something about pre-ordering these a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, and I never did get on the pre-order list because it was over in the UK, and I didn't really want to have to pay the shipping to ship it over and everything. It was pretty cost prohibitive. But I was pretty stoked to actually find one of these in a brick and mortar store. Now you can also order these online at thinkgeek.com as well. They go for about $179. Maybe a little expensive for what it is, but being a Pac-Man fanatic like I am, it's well worth the money. I had a full-size Pac-Man machine back when I lived in my old house back in Indiana. I had to sell off, unfortunately, when I moved. So this is just the next best thing. It's licensed by Bandai Namco, and it is 100% authentic to what Numbskull says that Bandai stated to them. But it does run an arcade ROM of Pac-Man, and it looks just like the arcade Pac-Man machine from the 80s that I fondly remember so well. I love the box. It's got some really great box art on here. Got the full Pac-Man graphic on the side, collector's edition. On the back of the box it talks about what you get in this package. Of course you get this really cool collectible coin. We'll take a closer look at that here in a few seconds, a few minutes. Talks about some of the features of this quarter scale arcade game. It does have a built-in battery, and you do get a charging cable with it, but not the plug-in. You gotta have that on your own. But it's still pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So let's take a look at the game unit itself. Put this off to the side, right over here, out of the way. So here is the actual little quarter scale arcade game. It's so cute. Pretty awesome, isn't it? I mean, it looks just like the arcade game I remembered from the 80s playing a lot at my local arcade. Numbskull did a really good job at capturing all the details of the actual arcade machine in this little quarter scale replica. It's pretty awesome. I like the little coin door up here, which has coin up buttons, just like right here. Hit this to coin up the machine. Then you have your one player or two player, get closer, select right there, one player, two player. You have your neat little joystick, and it's got the clickety clickities. Oh yeah. Also has a light up marquee as well. Pretty cool. I love the graphics. Up in here you have a speaker right up in there, just like the arcade machine did. On the back has a little plaque. Tells who it's engineered by, Bandai Namco Entertainment, manufactured by Rubber Road EF Limited. Pretty cool. And it is wood. It's fairly thick wood. Looks like it's about a 1/4 inch thick. Pretty well built. Has little grates here like the arcade machine did for cooling. At the bottom down here we have our volume control right there. We have our momentary on-off button. We have our charging slot and a charging indicator. The volume control is variable, so you actually adjust it to what you like. So when you turn the thing on, of course the first thing you're going to notice is the marquee lit up. Awesome. Goes to the introductory screen, Numbskull, Pac-Man. Then it does the ROM boot. Oh, it's so cool. And now it's in attract mode. Oh yeah. So we hit the coin up button. Ooh, make it a little louder. A little louder. There we go. I like that sound. Pretty cool. Then we hit the one player start. Pretty cool. So now let's take a look at what came in the box, and we'll give the game a try. So what do you get inside the box? Well, of course, you get the Pac-Man machine itself. Got a little charging cable here. It does have a battery in it. You get this really cool certificate of authenticity. This indicates that this is number 2,679 out of 10,000 that were made. The Pac-Man Collector Edition series. That's kind of cool. You know, it is approved by Bandai Namco, so it's kind of cool. You also get this really neat little Pac-Man coin. This is kind of cool. I like this. Take a look at it closer. Ooh, neat box. Take a close look at this coin. We got some coinage. Of course, has the Numbskull logo on the back. That's cool. And it says Quarter Arcade Pac-Man 1980. That is a really cool coin. I like that. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the little Pac-Man machine itself. Alright, fire in a hole. Numbskull, inspiration design. Numbskull.com. Pac-Man. I love how it goes through the ROM boot up sequence. That's so cool. Alright, here we're on the attract mode. So hit the coin up button. Oh yeah. And here we go. Go to the Pac-Man. Oh no you don't. It's been a while since I played Pac-Man. I used to have patterns. I used to be pretty good at it. Not anymore though. Oh, this is awesome. Joystick responds really well. The sound does sound a little bit off. But I can live with it. Whoa! We'll try to get to the first intermission screen. Ooh. Whoa, run! Oh. Screen 1 cleared. Board number 2. Wow, look at all the Pac-Man it gives you. Holy cow. Get that here, get this cleared. Ooh. Oh. Bloop, bloop. Willie got jumped. Chomp you. Oh, missed him. There we go. Oh, I can't believe I got away with that. Ah! Yeah. Yes! Intermission time. I love this in the arcades. Oh, that is just so freaking cool. Alrighty, well, let's get some final thoughts on this little machine before I end the video. Oh, it died again. So what are some of my final thoughts on this little quarter-scale Pac-Man machine by Numbskull? Overall, I really like it. Even though the sound emulation sounds a little off, it don't bother me a bit. I know a lot of the purists out there will diss this thing quite a bit because it doesn't sound exactly like the original Pac-Man arcade game. The graphics is a little bit different because it's an LCD flat screen, it's not a CRT. I don't care about all that stuff. To me, this nostalgia of having the actual machine again is actually pretty cool. I don't have room for a full-size machine. This is like the next best thing for me. It brings back a lot of great memories. There's actually a really cool Facebook group as well you can join called the Numbskull Quarter Arcades Fan Club. I'll put a link in the show notes down below. Come join that group and share some of your memories of Pac-Man, or what you think about these little quarter arcades and what you like to see coming out in the future. I know they're working on a Galaga, a Miss Pac-Man, and a Galaxian as well. Those I'll probably pick up to go along with this. I think I'm probably going to start collecting these instead of the little tiny arcades I have been collecting. I'm really enjoying this a lot. I've been playing the living daylights out of it this evening. Pretty cool. I have seen some people having problems with theirs in shipping. For example, the little molding I heard being damaged. Mine is perfectly fine. I didn't find any damage on it whatsoever, but there's been some people finding damage on the orange molding out here. The most common thing I've seen reported is the coin door is popped off, hanging loose outside the unit. And I can see why that's happening. When they pack this thing away, they got a foam insert that goes up here and a foam bottom down here, but the middle is wide open. So if this thing is face down on a pallet or something, it bounces around, eventually that door is just going to pop right out of there. I can see why it's doing it. Numbskull really needs to rethink their packaging and maybe put some foam right here and have something around the sides to keep that door from popping off. Other than that, it's pretty cool. They do put a screen protector on it when they ship it, so that's really nice. If you're a fan of Pac-Man and you like these little miniature arcade machines, you might want to take a look at this for your collection. It's actually pretty cool. It is limited to 10,000 that they made, and it's an officially licensed item from Bandai Namco. So it's a collector piece basically. And that's basically how I'm going to treat it. I'll put it on my shelf, break it down every once in a while, mess around with it. But it's mainly going to be for bringing back those fond memories of playing that game back in the 80s when I was running around with all my friends having a great time playing Pac-Man and Space Invaders and all those great arcade games that I miss. So anyway, that's the Quarter Skull Pac-Man machine. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.